say here at Kajun Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Let them have it with no problem.
Hello, 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 everyone, and good morning on this, what day it is? Hump day. How's everybody doing this morning? First in the chat today that gets that 5 point is all the way from Mexico, Mr. James. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Of course, there's Dina, Thrifty Junker. Hello, hello, good morning and welcome. Picky Nicky in the house. How are you doing this morning, Picky Nicky? Mr. Val, Reseller Paul himself. Hello, hello, good morning and welcome. And then we have Lucky Charms Wendy. Hello and welcome and good morning to each and every one of you. Everybody's saying their little hellos. Let's see here. Wow, this chat's jumping quick. All right, there we go. I'm back on track. Crystal, hello, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing this beautiful Wednesday morning on Hump Day? I love saying that. Everybody's saying hello and good morning. Good to see each and every one of y'all. And again, I will let you know the guest will be here today. Did send me a message last night saying that they had something to do, and I say they, but it's a he. But he will be here between 15 and 20 minutes late, having to take care of some business this morning. And so he did send me the message saying he will be a little late. So we'll go ahead and go on with the show. And when he gets here, we'll bring him on. So just reminders of a couple of little things for those who are always here early in the morning. I am still looking for, and let me find my link here. There we go. I got so many links added to my private chat here. I am still looking for clips. So far, I have gotten only one entry for the new commercial that I'm doing, for the intro from the commercial of the Frankie and Johnny furniture store that I do in the beginning, where it says, I got the dollars, let them have it with no problem. And you can pick any part of those videos, recreate it however you want, and you can be very creative with it. You don't have to pick any particular one. It's up to you what you want to do. If that particular video, when you type in the Frankie and Johnny commercials from New Orleans, Louisiana, there will be a list of them that come up. So there's varieties of when they first started and throughout their years. And so basically, I'm looking for those who would like to be part of it, because when I do hit the 1K, I want y'all to be part of that intro. And if you send me the MP4 file, I will add all that together and do a new clip of intro to add to that. And I want y'all to be part of that, because y'all, if it wouldn't be for y'all, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I love doing this for you. And this platform has given me the ability, because of you, always coming and supporting the channel. So I'd like y'all to be part of that. And if you do, just create whatever you want in any part of that video, and I'll create the intro within those clips. Thrifty Junker says I'll be sending a clip. Just gotta find my costume. Okay, you got time. We got plenty of time. I'm at again, my numbers are fluctuating, but I'm at 50 now, away from 1K. And I just found out that Rosie's Closet is right neck to neck with me as well. So hopefully, if she hits it, we get to celebrate together, because we were talking about that yesterday. So it'd be nice to see that as well. Simply Dana, hello, hello, good morning and welcome. Yes, it will be a party. I will be doing if it happens on my birthday, which is June 16th, I do plan on doing an all-day affair kind of thing with different giveaways, celebrating the 1K and my birthday all on the same day if it happens by then. And also, don't forget, tomorrow, Dina, Thrifty Junk, and myself will be on live on the contest, the contest, but it's a game that Nana Tinkham Victoria does every Thursday night. And so her and I will be the guests that night. Asking the questions will be asked. We write them down, and then we'll see what the panel matches with our name. So we'll have fun with that. It's the first time I actually do something like that. I did go on as a panel extra. So yeah, no coffee for me, James T. Please. Yes, right. Jennifer in the house. Good morning, Jennifer. And so yeah, that's what I plan on doing with that. I just went on this morning and took care of putting my store on leave, which is the first time I used that feature. That way I won't have to worry about it. I'll still be able to get sales while I'm going, and was able to put a little personal message added to it. So it's pretty cool. I like it. So I'd rather do that than put my store on close, or I forgot what I did last time. So hopefully it works. That'll be the first time I use it. And of course, I'll be working on those item specifics while my store is closed, on leave. Hopefully that I can get a lot of it done because there's a lot. I don't know if everybody else is having that same issue, but yeah, it's starting to be a pain in the run. But I'm only going to start taking care of the ones that are required, not the ones that are the ones that have to be done. So that's what I'm going to do first. I got like 117 on that list. Let's see here. Yes, it should be interesting. It's called the match. Right? Yeah, you go. There's the link, and it is tomorrow night. And also this Sunday at 2 p.m. I got to remind myself I will be in Central Time starting Friday. Friday or Saturday. And so I got to remember that all my shows next week will be done from the Lake House in Illinois. And so I will have Robert and I were talking about that this morning about making sure. And I said, well, I'm going to do my thumbnails tomorrow, maybe this afternoon. I'll have them all done for next week, and it'll all be part of the Eastern time that I have here. And I just have to remember that 1 hour earlier. Okay, passports and pizza pies. What's the story on your subs? How are you doing? Let me check that out. I just saw Jennifer drop the link. We need to get her back over at 700. I'm just going to keep doing it until we do. All right, she's at 696. She is 4 away. What I'd like y'all to do is go, when you go to the link, if you see that the subscribe button is in red, change it to gray. That means that some reason that the sub went away. She's 4 away from 700. So let's see if we can check it out and make sure she does keep getting over to 700 because she keeps going back and forth. And we all have that happen, but she's hitting 700 several times. So hopefully we can get her over that 700 and keep her there. Native Pie Trinkets and Doodads. Hello, and welcome. Don't forget to put the link in the chat for tomorrow night's show. Good to see each and every one of you. Philly says, who let Kay in here? I'll let everybody in here. Look, I'll let you in here too. Everybody's welcome. No Bailey's. What? So put it up. Oh, yes, indeed. Lord Jesus. That's a permanent vacation the way you having it over there, James. Okay. Live at 10 tonight. Ooh, there's the link. Ooh, I don't know if I'll be up that late, but I can try. Wait, is that Philly? I'm lost. Okay. Okay, live at 10. Oh, and Philly's live at 12. Okay. Wait a minute, that's two different ones. Good morning, Kayla. How are you doing? Treasure Noir. Hello, good morning, and welcome. I don't need your permission. I guess she told you. Babu. I love it. You go, girl. Let's see. Stephen, hello, good morning, and welcome. Just to let everybody know, the guest will be a little late. He did inform me that he is going to be taking care of business this morning and maybe running a little late. So he'll be here this morning, just not at the time we started the show, which is fine. Also, just to let everybody know, I would love to have anyone that would like to come on the morning show, because I know how sometimes some people don't wake up that early. I am starting to book now the third week in June. So let me know if you're interested. I would love to have you on. I will be probably sending out some more invites if I don't hear from anybody anytime soon, to try to start filling up that last week in June. Here. Oh, today, don't forget also at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, the Hump Day auction will go on as planned. And then remember, next week, all shows will be done from the Lake House in Illinois. So I got to remind myself it's an hour earlier there. Picky can. Everybody's saying hello. Nitty Pie, what happened? Going to be great show. Yes. Guys, me and Renee auction is tomorrow. I'm flipping Flamingo at 1 p.m. Eastern. I just said that reminder. Where did it go? We can find it in the chat. Oh, the link's not there. Okay. So if you get the link, I had to check it out. A reminder on. If I don't, I will miss it. My YouTube is really wonky this morning. This broadcast has 1,334 so far. I don't know which one you're talking about, James. I don't see a link there. I don't know which show you're talking about. Drop the link. Yeah, don't forget to put your links in the chat so everybody can set the reminders. If I don't set the reminder, I will forget. And it's just I'm in the middle of something and I'll get my notification, then I'll remember. Especially when I'm busy doing something. I don't want to miss anybody's shows, but sometimes it happens. The Southern Vintage Picker, how are you doing? Good morning. Good to see you. I think that's the link right there, was it? Yep. Let me set my reminder on that one. Also, what's good about it, when you drop your links in the chat, that helps everybody check to see if they are subscribed to you. And that way they can set that. Then I got my reminder. There we go. And let me see if I'm still subbed. I am. All right. So that's a good way to do it too, is check the subscriber to see if you're there, still subscribed, and hit the notifications. I know sometimes we don't get notifications, and that's one thing I've been doing lately. When I don't get notifications from different channels that I watch, I'll go back and unsubscribe and resubscribe, and that way I can refresh in that bell when I have that happen. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Any new lockers lately? And how was that? I need to check and see that video you just put out. I got a lot of catching up to do. Good morning, Janet. How are you doing? Good to see you. Also, don't forget, y'all, next Tuesday, we're going to start doing again. We did the brackets this morning, which I need to update that bracket. Almost forgot. Put it on the YouTube or the Facebook group. If you haven't joined it yet, here's the link to join the Facebook group that I created. I will be posting the updated brackets for those who are ready to compete. We're doing it every Tuesday. Remember, it's only Tuesdays for us to do that. And if you have anything listed, it gives you time to list because we'll do it again this Tuesday. Serenity, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Let's see here. Good morning, everybody. I'm just waiting to hear from my guest. I'm going to be running a little late, but they will come to the show. There's the sell link for tonight. There's a reminder for that one. This video, Johnny, 15 thumbs up. And all right, that must be a mistake because I know there's not that many people viewing this channel. All right, everybody, give a warm welcome to our guest for this morning. Again, in his car driving, Mr. eBay addict himself, Jeff. Good morning.
Hey, thank you for having me on today. I appreciate you. I'll try to see if I turn the camera sideways. Maybe that'll help. I can't see the chat, but thank you for having me on today, Johnny. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. You know, I'm just taking it one day at a time. How's it going?
That's all you can do. You got to take it one day at a time. Again, I told everybody you were running late. You had to take care of business, but we knew you were coming. So, yeah. Thank you for coming again, though. Paul Antonelli in the house. Hello. Yes, copy and paste. It's hard. Yeah, it is. So what you got going on this morning? What you got going on your neck of the woods? Good morning, Paul. Jeff? Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What did you say?
Okay. I said, what do you have going on your neck of the woods over there today?
What do I can barely hear you.
What do you have going on in your neck of the woods today?
Well, right now, I don't know if you can see, I have a box back here that I have to deliver. And so I've been up all night working my regular job, and they gave me this box, and I had to go pick it up and deliver it. And I had to go. I live in Tampa, so I had to go pick up this box in Melbourne and drop it off in Gainesville. And they have to have it delivered by a certain time for surgery in the morning. So I was hoping to be home this time of day so I can hang out and chill and be in the air conditioning and relax with you today. But I had one of those things. It was a last minute thing where they were like, "Hey, we're short on drivers, and we need you to cover this run." And I was like, "All right, well, just put it on my screen, and I'll figure it out." You know, so that's what I'm going to try to do, is just do the best that I can. So it's just been one of those crazy days today. But Johnny, like you're at like 950 subscribers, man. You're almost there to 1,000.
Yep, it's getting there.
Awesome.
Slowly but surely, but it's good. It's getting there.
Awesome.
So how are you doing with your guests? I'm noticing you've been doing pretty good with a lot of different guests almost every day, huh?
Yeah, we're doing really well. This past week on Sunday, I had Baldy Pal Pickin on. Who did I have on? Yesterday, I had Flippy McFlipperson was on as a guest. He was on yesterday. Today, this afternoon, we have eBliss Reseller Solutions will be on this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And then tomorrow, we have another full-time reseller. It's going to be called Utah Going, something like that. Anyways, he's going to be on tomorrow afternoon on Thursday. So that's what I've been doing, is bringing on different guests. And I do something similar to what you do, Johnny, is I have different guests on every week. And I try to do whatever I can to kind of have like a little spotlight on people in the community and do what I can to be, draw attention to them. Say, hey, this person's doing good work, go by and check their channel out. And that's kind of what I try to do pretty much every week.
Right. Yeah, because I noticed you even had Paul one day last week? Philly Flipper.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes
he was on there too.
Yeah, he was on last week, I believe.
Right. So for those who are in the channel, in the chat, that are first time hearing about you, I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself, because we do have a few new people here that might not know about your channel. So go ahead and talk about what you do and a little bit of a recap or basically a summary of what you do and what platforms you sell on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my name is Jeff, and I am a reseller. I have 2 eBay stores. I have a YouTube channel, and then I work my regular day job for the courier company. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I have a YouTube channel, and we have regular guests on every week. So if you guys want to come by and hang out, I have new guests on every week. And we kind of interview different resellers from across the country. I think a couple weeks ago we had Mel on back from Burnout, and she has a book reselling business in Australia. We just have different guests on every week, and I do the best I can to try to help people out as much as possible. So my main eBay. Are you there?
In the chat, be careful. Yeah, everybody's saying in the chat, be careful driving.
Oh, I'll be fine. Yeah, this is what I have to do for a living. I have to go deliver this package. I'll be there in about 30 minutes. As soon as I get this package delivered, I won't have to drive. But yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell what I do. And I have about 6,500 items right now listed on eBay. And my goal is by the end of the year is to get to 10,000 items active listed.
Oh, wow.
So that's what we're working on right now.
All right, you have a question from Janice. She says, are you delivering more eyeballs today, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a package in my back seat, and we have different contracts that they have. They have contracts with the NBA, NFL, NHL, and they do a lot of different medical supplies and things like that. And so I have a delivery that I have to deliver to this hospital, and it's supposed to be there in the morning.
Freezing on.
So where are you and Manny in the competition? I think I'm at 6,500 and he's at 7,200, I believe, active items listed. So we're kind of having like a little competition to see who can get to 10,000 items first.
Right. And I'm sorry about that. We had a little freezer going on here. Wendy had a question about where are you and Manny in the competition?
Yeah, Manny is my little brother. And like I said, I'm at 6,500 items right now active between my 2 eBay stores, and he's at like 7,200. So right now he's beating me at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Granddaughter's here. I'm just going to see if anybody has questions. Put them in the chat for me, please. Hello, Cap Guy and JT. How are you doing, Bobby? Good to see you. He's got this scare look like from a Final Destination stuff about what happened. All right. Yes, please hit that like button, the like button, the thumbs up. It is free to do. I'm trying to see if anybody else has questions. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Serenity. No, this is a different name. Miss Melanie, hello. Good morning and welcome. Good to see you. And if y'all don't know who Jeff is, he does the weekly live interviews during the week on his channel. Jeff, are you the creator behind eBay Addicts Facebook group?
No, I'm not actually on Facebook, so no, that's not me.
Okay, so we know it's not you then. It's you, Johnny. You for yeah, I know. I saw my little thing going around. Wow, was that a great to sell? Good morning. Oh, good morning, you too, Melanie. I'm just trying to make sure we got everybody. Why 2 eBay stores?
Well, I have my main eBay store. I mainly sell media items. So right now I sell a ton of CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, video games, VHS tapes, things of that manner. And so I have that in my main eBay store, and I created a second eBay store. And what I mainly do with my second eBay store is I have items that I buy from the Dollar Tree for $1, and then I turn around and resell them back on eBay for $10, $15, $20 a piece. So that's kind of what I do. I find items at the Dollar Tree for $1, and then maybe it'll sell for $10, $15, $20 or whatever. And the idea is to have replenishable items that can resell for you over and over and over again. So instead of me having to list, like let's say on your regular eBay store, let's say you list 50 items. Well, next week you sell 10 of them. So now you went from 50 down to 40, right? So with my plan, I go buy an item at the Dollar Tree one time. I pay $1 for it. Then I'll take a picture front and back. I'll list it on eBay. And then now, once I have that SKU in the eBay system, now that one item on my eBay store can resell over and over and over and over and over again. All I have to do is think about it almost like having a vending machine. You see people that have vending machines and they'll put Snickers candy bar in there or a soda or something. Well, it's almost like that. Like you have your own vending machine except on eBay. And then I'll just put the listing on there, and then I'll put like, hey, I have quantity of 10 of this one item. Like, for example, one item that I sell is it's a little wooden block Jenga game, right? And I picked it up with a Dollar Tree for $1, and it's small. It weighs less than a pound. It fits in a little 6x9 padded envelope. And then whenever someone buys one for $10.99 plus shipping, then I'll just take it and drop it in a 6x9 padded envelope, throw a shipping label on it, and ship it out. So right now there's only 200 items on that eBay store, but I'm going to try to grow that to about 1,000. So that way you'll have 1,000 different SKUs that is in that eBay system. And the idea is whenever the item sells, all I have to do is walk across the street to the Dollar Tree, pull one off the shelf, pay $1 for it, and then I drop it in a padded envelope, put a shipping label on it, and ship it out. So I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but that's what I'm trying to do, is look for more replenishable items.
So let me ask you this. I know I want to say the bearded picker or beard something, where he does a lot of the Dollar Store dollar items or sell items that are on sale for less than a penny or whatever. Are you part of that group as well when they do that?
What do you mean? Can you repeat that?
Okay, are you only doing the Dollar Tree, or are you also doing the Dollar Store, Dollar General?
I mainly just go to the Dollar Tree. There's probably 5 Dollar Trees within about 10 minutes of my house, and they're open 7 days a week. They're open from like 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. So they're open 7 days a week. And then whenever one of them sells, like I said, there's one literally right across the street from my house. I could just go there like for example, a couple days ago, I sold an item for $20, right? I paid $1 for it at the Dollar Tree. Once the item sold, then I went over there and paid the $1 for the item at the Dollar Tree, checked out, paid for the item. Then once I got to my car, I got my little 6x9 padded envelope, dropped it in the little envelope. Then after that, then I just put a little barcode on it and shipped it out. So it was already paid for. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you don't do it? Because the reason I was asking about the Dollar Store too, because I see there's a group of people that do the Dollar Store the same way, but they're also looking at things that are also on clearance or anything that's like a penny, and then resell it the same way you're doing. Did you ever think about doing that through the Dollar Store?
Yeah, you can get some items on clearance and resell them, but I'm trying to find items that are replenishable items, right? So, instead of me sitting at my room and instead of me trying to list 30, 40, 50 items a day, what if I just listed 10 items that day, but the 10 items that I listed that day were all replenishable items? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I would just go and put it on my listing. I would take a picture front and back of the item. I would only have to buy one of them, right, for $1. Right. And then I would just put like quantity of 5 or 10 or whatever it is. And then, like I said, that item could just resell over and over and over again. Paul wants to know what happens if that item is out of stock. Well, I would say there's 5 Dollar Trees within about 10 minutes of my house, and they're open 7 days a week. So if they were out of stock, there's probably, I don't know, maybe 40 or 50 of them in the metro area. I live near Tampa, and there's probably 40, 50 different Dollar Trees in the area. But if I go there and the item's out of stock, you can always go back and cancel the order and give the customer a refund if that happens. I haven't had that problem because I'll get items that they carry on a regular basis, For example, I live in Florida, so they have these things where they have these like little Florida little like pool floats. You've seen those little pool floats where they have those little floaty things that go under the kids' arms. Yeah. And then they'll have maybe a little float mat or something, and it'll be like a little shark or dinosaur or something like that. Well, anyways, they have like these little beach balls, and you could go to the Dollar Tree and buy them for $1, and then you could go and post them online, and then whenever they sell, they're small. They don't weigh less than a pound. You drop them in a little 6x9 padded envelope, and then you ship them out. And so basically what you're doing is you're basically using the Dollar Tree as your warehouse, right? So instead of you having to rent like a storage unit or having to use a garage or a shed or having a bunch of items in your closet or in a whatever, the whole concept is that, you know, you're using the Dollar Tree as your warehouse. So whenever the item sells out, I just go across the street, pull one off the shelf, scan the barcode, take a picture front and back, list it, box it up, ship it out. It literally takes maybe 2 minutes out of your day, you know? And I'm going to go to the post office almost every day anyways, because I'm shipping items out of my main eBay store. So if you're already going to the post office and you're already shipping out packages anyways, why not do that? Because like I said, to me, the Dollar Tree is literally right across the street from my house. It would take 2 minutes, 5 minutes out of my day to drop an item in a padded envelope and ship it out. But anyways, that's one of my ways that I make money on eBay is by doing that.
So are you actually doing any other type of sourcing other than the Dollar Tree for your
my main before we had that whole lockdown, I would go sourcing all the time. I would go to thrift stores, pawn shops. I do a whole lot of sourcing going to pawn shops. I would go to yard sales, estate sales. I would go sourcing all over. But the problem is that I would go to a lot of these places, and once they had that lockdown, they would only allow like 5 people in a pawn shop at a time, right? So once they would say, hey, we're only allowing 5 people in the pawn shop at a time, and there's literally 10 or 15 people waiting in line to go in there. And I found one of the problems that I have with sourcing for me is that, you know, you're spending your time and your gas, you're driving around the city, and then sometimes I would go to a thrift store and I'll be like, hey, you know, I've been going to thrift stores. I went to go maybe 3 thrift stores and only come home with 5 items. So let's say each one of those items might be a $15, $20 item, and you came home with, let's say there were $20 items and you came home with 5 items, okay? So for your hour, 2 hours worth of you driving around the city looking for items to resell, your potential net sales is going to be $100. Does that make sense? Are you with me so far? So what I've been doing lately is I've been sourcing online. So I buy big bulk lots of merchandise. So for example, this past week I went on eBay and I bought 150 Blu-rays. They were all brand new in the shrink wrap, and I paid $1 a piece for them, right? So I spent, I don't know, about $150. It won't be shipped to my house, okay? Now, if each one of them is probably going to sell between $10, $15, $20 a piece, okay? So let's just say on the low end, they sell for $10 a piece, okay? Let's just say worst case scenario, they sell for $10 a piece, okay? So $10 a piece times 150. Now our gross sales is $1,500 that we can net off of this deal. You with me so far? Now, take off of this deal, you have to subtract your cost of goods, which was $150, and then you're going to subtract the eBay fees, which is probably going to be maybe $200, because they're going to take 13% of eBay fees. So after all that, I got a whole box of, like I said, 150 Blu-rays showed up at my door. I listed the whole box in 1 hour, okay? So now, instead of me driving around the city for an hour to maybe make $100, now I'm making potentially $1,100 to $1,200 profit for the same 1 hour worth of work. I don't know, does that make sense to you or not? So that's what I try to do, is I try to buy big wholesale lots of merchandise online and have it shipped to my door. So that way, when I come home from work, you're cutting out a lot of your sourcing time. So instead of you spending time and gas and trying to find a parking spot and waiting in line to check out and all that, I try to buy big wholesale lots of merchandise, you know, and have it shipped to my door. And then from that point, then I'll chop them up and sell them off individually. So you're buying them at a wholesale price, and then you're turning around and reselling them individually, retail price. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Paul has a question. How many cups of coffee have you had already today?
I haven't had any coffee. I had a soda earlier. I haven't even went to bed. I've been up all night working.
Good morning, Nikki. Hello. I just sent you the back. Take care of what we talked about. Good to see you this morning. Hope you're feeling well, doing well. Or are we chatting? Who are we chatting with? This is eBay Addict. Let me take it off so you can see his name. eBay
Hello, how you
addict.
guys doing?
He is the guest today, and I'm going to put his information again in the chat. Where it's at here, way at the top, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put his link back in the chat for you. That way, if you missed it, here's his link. He does a lot of interviews in the afternoon on his channel with a lot of different YouTubers. Let's see. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. I don't understand. What are you getting at the Dollar Tree? What are you getting at the Dollar Tree that people would buy? As far as you kept saying, the needed items that you do on eBay, for your eBay store.
There's a bunch of different items. Like I said, I try to find items that they sell here in Florida that they may not sell in Kentucky or Alabama or Georgia or something like that. So I'll go, just for an example, I'll buy there's wooden blocks, right? There's 72 of these little wooden blocks, Jenga game. So I'll buy it for $1 and then I'll sell it on eBay for $10.99 plus shipping, right? So I'll do that, for example. Or like I said, I'll go there and I'll buy these like little swimming pool things that the kids lay down on, and like little toy pools, little pools that they like toys that the kids play at the swimming pool,
right?
Beach balls, just little stuff. I'm trying to find stuff that's not going to be like food. It's not going to be edible. It's not something that's going to expire, and it's something I could just walk in, buy one time, and then turn around and flip and resell it over and over again. Like, for example, I sold some beach balls. Some lady, I bought one of them for $1. They were these blue glitter beach balls, right? So I bought one of them for $1. I went home and listed them, and some lady bought two of them for $10 a piece, right? Plus shipping. Right. So she paid $20 plus like $5 shipping. So I walked in there, I paid my $2 at the Dollar Tree, got my two beach balls, put them in the little padded envelope, put a shipping label on it, and shipped it out. And like I said, I had, $2 tied up in the item, and it turned into $20. And I didn't even have to keep the merchandise on stock on my property. I was using the Dollar Tree as my own little warehouse. But yeah, I would say the majority of the sourcing that I do is online. For example, right now, if you go on eBay and you go look, let's say you wanted to buy some CDs, for example, you could type in CD wholesale lot, right? And then you would go to the filters, type in new, and right now you can buy 1,000 CDs brand new in the shrink wrap for $389 shipped to your door, right? So at that point, your buy cost is like what, 40 cents a piece per item? Now let's say you get that whole shipment to your house, right? And let's say you turn around and you resell each one of these CDs for $10 a piece plus shipping, and they sell for $10 times 1,000 of them. Now you turn your initial investment, which was like $400, into $10,000 worth of merchandise. So those are things that I try to look at doing, and also you can look at what was the name of that site? HiBid. If you guys haven't checked out HiBid, I would check out HiBid. Because for example, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, I won an auction on HiBid, and the auction was for it was like 400 or 500 DVDs, and they were all new in the shrink wrap. And after I paid all my fees and all that, it came up to like $97. So I paid $97, and I went home with about $4,000 worth of merchandise at least. So when you're getting items for, less than a quarter a piece, and they're brand new in the shrink wrap, like, you can't lose money on those deals, So that's what I try to do, is buy big, like, wholesale lots of merchandise, have them shipped to your door, chop them up individually, sell them off retail prices. So, like, for example, maybe I'll buy a DVD, let's say, at the pawn shop for 50 cents, and then I'll try to turn around and go home and sell it on my eBay store for $10, $15, $20. So what I try to look for is I want to try to look for a 20x rate of return on my investment, right? So let's say I got this DVD at the pawn shop, I paid 50 cents for it, and I go home and let's say I sold it for $10, okay? So now my initial investment was 50 cents. 50 cents into $10 is a 20x, right? You follow? Right. So if I went to that same pawn shop and I bought five DVDs, right, or 10 DVDs I bought for 50 cents a piece, I would spend $5 to make $100. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's the same way. So if me and Johnny both go to a thrift store, right, or both go shopping, and he spends $5 on a pair of shoes, and then though he turns around and sells those shoes for $50 on eBay, but I spent my $5 and bought 10 DVDs, right? and then I turn around and sold those 10 DVDs for $10 a piece, I turned my initial $5 investment into $100. So
Right.
that's what I try to look for, is to try to get, a good solid 20x rate of return on my investment. And if I can't get at least a 10x, then I don't buy it. And if I can't get at least a 10x rate of return on your initial investment, then I won't even buy the item. I won't even bother listing it.
Okay, and I have a question as far as when you do the Dollar Tree, and you're talking about two different things in the way you're sourcing. Do you ever go onto the website at the Dollar Tree and purchase anything in a larger bulk, or do you just constantly list things that are maybe in season when they're available at the Dollar
Tree? I'll just go there and look for items, like I said, that are replenishable items. So you can go there and scan barcodes, or you can go there and look. And a lot of times you can check the barcodes and you can look at sold comps and see what the items are selling for before you even buy it. So you can actually look and say, hey, is this particular item, how many of these have actually sold in the past 90 days?
Right.
So you can look that up before you even leave the store. So that way you're not going in blind. And at worst case scenario, if the item doesn't sell right away, you only have $1 tied up in the item, right? So if something happens, you ship the item off to your customer. The dog ate it. So a porch pirate came and stole the item off someone's porch. The mailman lost it. Whatever it is, you got $1 tied up in the item. It's not the end of the world if you have to cancel the order and give a customer a refund because you literally had $1 tied up in it.
Right. When you're doing that though, are you always doing things that are in season, or do you just do things that are always in use?
I'm looking for things here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for things that are not going to expire. So I'm trying to find stuff that's not like food, that's not like candy or something. I'm trying to find something that's small, that's lightweight, that weighs under a pound, so it'll ship first class. I try to find items that'll fit in this 6x9 padded envelope, right? So I try to find something that is small, that'll fit in the 6x9 padded envelope, weighs less than a pound, and doesn't expire. So, for example, you can go there right now, and they have these AMW root beer drinks. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but they have these little powder packets, and you add them to a drink mix to a water bottle, right? And when you would add them to a drink mix, and maybe you could go in there and buy a set of 2 of them, and then sell them turn around and resell them on eBay for $15, $20, whatever it is. I don't have a barcode in front of me, but if you go there and you look around and see, like, hey, this is small, this is lightweight, I could go in and grab this for $1 and then go home and list it on eBay. And then whenever that item sells, it would just sell over and over and over again. So I'm just using that as an example. I mean, I bought a deck of playing cards. I bought some the little dominoes games. You know what I'm talking about. I bought the little wooden Jenga game. It's like a little block game. They have these little Rubik's cubes, stuff like that, and something that's not gonna be glass, that's not gonna break, and I don't get something that's gonna expire, and I try to make sure it weighs less than a pound, and I want to make sure it's gonna fit in my little 6x9 padded envelope, and it could just resell over and over again. I mean, I have videos on my YouTube channel. If you guys go back and look and see, one of the items I got was some of these Disney puzzles. They had some little puzzles because a lot of people were still on quarantine and were on lockdown, and they had Little Mermaid, Mickey Mouse, stuff like that, and then they had these like little puzzles that you could get for $1. And then you could turn around and post them on eBay, and then you could resell them over and over and over again. So that's just using that as an example. If you just go down the aisle and look, and not look for yourself as like, hey, I'm shopping for myself and I'm getting, laundry detergent, or I'm getting dish soap. Like if you go there and look for items to resell, you'll find some. And if you try it out and for whatever reason you don't like it or it doesn't work out, you've spent $1. It's not the end of the world. So
I've done it already before, and I've sold a lot of the things from there too. Because I've even had like during the winter, they were putting out these desk fans, little portable desk fans that clip on your desk. And I was surprised how fast they sold, and I only got them for $1. So I have that. My next question is, and I want to say hello real quick. And I just saw the Big Barn Auction Company with Chris the Goose and JJ Kid just came in. I did put you a wrench because it's been a while you've been in the chat. You're more than welcome to drop your links in the chat. That's what we do here. promoting anything you may have going on your channel, you're more than welcome to drop that down in the channel. In the chat. Now, let me ask you this: I know you keep saying you don't want to you don't have any of your storage fees because you've gone straight to purchasing it back from the Dollar Tree. Do you ever go on their website and purchase anything in bulk when they have something that you can get a bulk item on?
No, I haven't done that. The whole idea is to only have to go and spend $1 and buy the item once. And then once you pay it and you spend the $1 for the item one time, you have that SKU and you have that barcode in your catalog. Think about your eBay store as this particular idea. Think about it as somebody that has a vending machine, or think about you have your own Sears catalog. You remember they used to have that Sears catalog, and then that catalog would show you everything that Sears had for sale. So you're making your own Sears catalog on your eBay store and saying, these are the items that I have to resell. So the whole concept of the idea is you only have to go in there, you buy the item once for $1, and then once you have that particular item on your eBay store as a catalog, right, you own that particular barcode and that SKU number. Now, once you have that identity of that SKU in your system, once you start selling them, your items are going to show up higher in the search engine. So like I said, for example, I have one item that I've already sold 4 or 5 of them already, right? So now my item's showing up higher in the search engine, and the whole idea is to have a replenishable item that you can resell over and over and over and over again, right? Without having to buy 1,000 or 500 of them and have them sit in your living room. But my main goal with my main eBay store is, like I said, I told you guys earlier, most of the items that I sell are media items. Well, there's a reason behind that. If you go to eBay's website and you look at the listings that are in these select categories, so everything that's a CD, DVD, Blu-ray, video game, VHS tape, all these items are in these select categories, okay? So you can have a basic store. Your basic store will be about, I don't know, $21 a month, right? And they give you up to 10,000 free listings as long as those listings are in those select categories. Do you understand?
Right.
So if you list items that are in those select categories, you could have 10,000 items in your eBay store and not have to pay eBay fees. So what happens is at the end of the 30 days, let's say I have this DVD that I listed on my eBay store, okay? And at the end of the 30 days, that item doesn't sell, it'll auto relist the next month if you pay 0 insertion fees every month.
You're breaking up really bad. You must be going in a bad section.
Okay, I'll be right back. Just give me like 5-10 minutes. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Put out the word or community what we're looking for. They will find it. Interested in it. 1,000 items that are making you $2 a month is a great. Yeah, he does that a lot, and I didn't realize he did that much as far as the Dollar Tree. So yeah. Also, Annie. Let me make sure I do this right. Ann or Annie. Let's see here. Trying to find it in the chat. I know I put it in here. Yeah, Annie. I need you to fill out that bingo form because you did win some prizes last night, and I do not have a form for you to send out your bingo winnings. If you would do that, please. You get the people their grip because of. I'm waiting for him to come back to answer that one. Never thought of getting stuff from the Dollar Tree. I do know there's some people out there that do, and I cannot remember the screen names. There's a group of them that have the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Store. Where they do a lot of it. They put a list out of what to be on the lookout for from the dollar stores. If you just key in the search bar dollar store videos, and it'll come up. And there's a big group of those on the dollar store ones that do that for the dollar store. Making your own catalog. I remember that mailer. Yep. But I'll come back to that when he comes back in. Never thought of getting stuff from the Dollar Tree. I have not either. Believe it or not, and it's so hard to go to them around here. There's 2 that I can probably go to. Making your own catalog. I remember that the mailers. I remember the catalog too. That is another bonus, and I would have never thought of that. Again, I just don't like all that traveling, having to go do it. I'm afraid it's not in stock. I need to fill out the form. Yeah, that's the one for her. Okay. You know what's? Yeah, I'll ask him when he comes back in. Let's see what's cut. He's cutting out. Yeah, he's going to come back in. I guess not everyone has a Dollar Tree, so that's yeah, and that's another thing around here. Since I moved from Louisiana, I see less dollar stores and dollar generals than I do Dollar Trees. You got more Dollar Trees everywhere. Good morning, Adam. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Adam Hartman Made. Hello, hello, hello. It's a monthly visit for me. Yeah. Okay. Again, don't forget to put y'all links in the chat so that everybody can check to make sure they're subscribed to you. He is checking comps now. Yeah, exactly. He may be delivering that package he might have got there to where he was delivering. There's something new out there. You just never know. Yeah. That's what's good about different guests. You just never know what they do, and it brightens up the aha moment. Oh, I never thought of that. And I didn't either. I did know about the dollar store. And I have to say, though, I have bought like some fans and like after back to school, they had these sales on these fans that were black and one was white. And so I did buy a few of those. Those sold pretty good. And then of course the puzzles at the beginning. So I've done some, but not as much as he does in that depth. Allah, hello, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. I tried the Dollar Tree stuff. And it does saturate this. Yeah, it does. Paul says hello to everyone. He's saying hello, hello, hello. And I'm trying to get to the rest of the comments before he gets back. So I'll go back to your question, Dina. Something in your area that might not be in your area. And that's true, too. But I would have never thought of putting it on your list and going to pick it up without having to worry about it. I'd have to have it here. It's just me. I'm going to be afraid they're out if I was to do something like that. I stopped Dollar Tree items. I stopped doing the Dollar Tree items because prices are getting tanked. Everybody jumped on the item. Exactly. The same thing with the dollar store one. I'm just wondering, how long is that going to last? There's so many people doing it, and they do have a big group of those that are doing the dollar store ones. Love donating centers, non-goodwill. Yeah, I do it. I do it. What do? You do the Dollar Tree and the dollar store? I don't know. I guess I would have never thought of doing it that way, the way he does it. So it's just something different for sure. Gotta love the cell signature. He was actually, he may have been going, he was delivering a package. Um, he does that mail service, delivery service, and that's why he was headed on his way from the show this morning. So he said he'll be back as soon as he had to deliver it. But that's probably about his time to deliver because that was about the time he said it was going to be. Let me go back to your question for when he comes back. I'll find it. Let me go back up more. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I would have never thought that, but I do know there's a big group of the dollar store one. So I don't know if they would have that problem. We'll see. Let me go back up after. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm the same way. If it's got to be here, I just couldn't take that chance and go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, wherever I'm listing it from, and have that chance of it being out of stock. I'm the same way, but again, it works for him, and what's good about it is that you just never know what works for who. Walmart literally does not have clearance sections anymore. Oh wow, sorry to hear that one. I'll get to it as soon as it comes back because I don't do that, so I wouldn't know the answers to those. Yes, he's having to drive. Yeah, I'm the same way. I couldn't just have to go pick up something just because I'm out of it at the house or to make sure it's there. Found the Krispy Kreme donut delivery here. Ooh. Mimicking you back by Silver. Hello, hello, good morning and welcome. It's so good to see each and every one of y'all every morning, and that's all the good hellos. So let me go back here before I forget it and wind up losing the question here. Let me go back to it because I don't want to lose it before he gets back right here. All right. All right, so I'm going to stay right there for a minute until he comes in. So I don't lose that comment because the more y'all chat, it's going to disappear on me. There's a clearance section that looks like the Walmart. I know ours still have it, but our Walmart here that I go to is very slim. On actually all the ones in that area. and very slim on the new their sections on the clearance. We're just waiting for him to come back. He was probably delivering that item he had in his vehicle. So don't forget to put your links in the chat for any special events you have coming up. Let me get this real quick so we can see if we get her back to 700 copy. All right, here's her link for passports and pizza pies. She's missing back and forth on her 700 subs to check to see if you're subscribed. So we can get her back over that 700. She's at 697. She's actually 3 away from 700 again. Let's see if we can get her back over that number. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Johnny will work on another JT song for you to watch. Okay. And that was pretty funny yesterday. Robert and I I watched it before, and then we watched it last night when Robert came home, because we usually, while eating dinner, we'll catch up on some videos, and we watched it again. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I basically told Robert, you told me to watch it because I'm have to watch it, and so I watched it again. But yeah, it's like, that was awesome. And don't forget, Cap Guy Bobby is 75 away from 1K. So that's you, myself, and Rosie's Closet's getting close. My Walmart clearance sections are hit and miss, mostly miss. Yeah, ours over here, like I said, I've been going to them a lot, and every now and then, depending, I guess, on the day of the week, some days it is full, and some days you just can't get nothing. So yeah, that's just a mystery. So do me a favor, and I did put the link in. Do you get people that? Yeah, I have it. I have it lit. James, I have it. Thank you. I just had to go back and find it before it disappears in the chat. As long as I leave it there and have it highlighted, I can still ask it when he comes back. Yeah, check to see if you subscribe to Kate, and then again, if it's when you go there, if it's red, that means you need to resubscribe. So just check that out, and let's see if we can get over 700. This has been like a 3-week thing that she's been going up and down on numbers, so you just never know when you lost your subscription to somebody. So that's a good thing about y'all dropping your links in the chat, but everybody can check to see that, and that's what this channel is about. And it's a platform for you to do. So far she's at. Let me refresh it again. There's Ella's show with Paul at mid. That's today at 12. I need to watch that one. You're 2 away from 700. So let's see if we can get it over that 700. Everybody in the chat, just check to see if you're still subscribed to Kate, please. And then put your links in the chat for those to check if they're subscribed to you as well. Showing 25% of watchers are not subscribed. Yeah, that's another thing that's interesting too. I've noticed that. The only early bird love the morning show. Thank you so much. I'm assuming that from the chat, you're JJ, or are you Chris? Can't wait to shop. Yeah. Good morning, Pam. Pammy, hello, good morning and welcome. Good to see you. So yeah, don't forget to put your links in the chat. And then again, don't forget I am still looking for little video clips if you want to be part of it for the the morning show intro that I do. I'm looking for those who always are here to show your love and support to the channel. You can watch the videos or even put in the word Frankie and Johnny. When you see the intro that says, I got the dollars, let them have it with no problem, that's where I got that basically is based off of, from an actual store that used to be in New Orleans. They were there for years. And also, if you need to reach out to me and send me those links, I would need to be a MP4 file. Here's my social media links and everything else that I have together in one place. You're more than welcome to check that out. And then also, if you're not familiar with the Facebook group, I do have a Facebook group where everybody can join and post your videos, links to special events you have going on. There's that one. And another thing I do, if you want to use this is a sub list. If you want to check your subs, you have listed, you sub to, and you want to check to make sure that you have the notifications set up on those. If you click that link, it'll pull up all your people that you are subscribed to, and then it'll show you if you have the bell notifications on each one of them as well. Chris is the talent, JJ is the business. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to catch the auctions again, depending on what time they come on. And don't forget, starting next week. Actually, what is next Thursday? No, I want to say the 31st is what day is that? Oh, I got an email. Let me see what this is. Let's see here. I will be happy to help you with this further. Having reviewed the attached photos, it appears that the measurements are off by more than 2 inches. In this case, we can process another, either a refund or reshipment. All right. I am replying to a problem we had on one of my orders that I sent out. By the way, this is for Wendy. They have approved that they're going to have to answer for them to ship you a shirt. All right, let's see what happens there. I've been having some issues with some of my items, but the thing about it, I have to say, for those who want to use Printful, it was maybe a misprint on a shirt that I sent to Wendy. And one thing about it, I'm glad she was able to send me the pictures, because the measurements for that size of a shirt she ordered was incorrect. The tag was right. And so now they're going to be resending you a new shirt, Wendy. And I just need you to send that shirt back to me. You don't have to be in a rush for it, but just send it back to me. So I'm having one shipped back out to you. And for some reason, that measurement on that shirt was in the wrong shirt, but the right tag. So I don't know how that happened. But that's one thing about Printful. They've been very quick on taking care of it. Let's see here. Oh, I want to see something real quick on the date. I just realized what I was looking for. I forgot already. That was a squirrel moment. The 31st falls on a Monday, Memorial Day. All right, so I'm gonna have to bring the items with me, because next week I'll be actually in Illinois the whole week. So as far as bingo is concerned, I have a twist on that one. And then I will be having the Pie Point giveaway as well. So I will have all those, but I'll talk more about that next week when we do that on the giveaways. Let's see here. Let me just do this real quick. I don't want to keep that part of it. Let me just do a screenshot here. I got all kind of messages here. Camera. My phone is just going all off here. All right. Let me go ahead. I got the screenshot of it. All right, let's see here. Trying to get caught up in the chat, waiting for him to come back. Actually, you know what I could do? Wait. In case if he doesn't come back. We don't know what's going to happen with his service. Where is it? That we can keep this going. All right, here's the link for come in if you want to come in. It's already been close to an hour, so I'll go ahead and put this in now. And right here. Pin. What did it say? All right, let's see here. Go back here. All right, now I can get caught up. I'll take a screenshot if he does come back. But I did put the link in the chat if anybody would like to come on and talk about your channel, any promotions, whatever you want. There's the link. I did put up in it at the top of the chat. Now I can get caught up on the. I don't like to be that far behind on the chat. There he is. Well, it says device not connected. All right, let me go back here some more. He tried coming in. Wait for him to come back in. He tried coming back in, but he went back out.
Yeah, Johnny, I don't understand what he's saying about using the Dollar Tree as a warehouse. I mean, I know at my Dollar Tree, I go in there, you can get the same thing twice.
I don't understand. I don't do it, so I don't know. I know for me, and like I said earlier, I want it here. I want it physically here, knowing that I have it. If I'm
Yeah.
listing it, I don't want to take that chance in case they go up. But in his situation, he says that he can go to different ones. Again, everybody's plans, you got to remember, may work for him, but not for us.
Yeah,
But
I
he's
understand.
that's why he's got two stores and he does it the way he does. I'm not sure, but he is trying to come back in. He's came in twice, but it's not connecting. So we'll wait and see what's happening. Let's see, talking about cure. Let's see, yeah.
And to me, if I put something on eBay for that I bought at the Dollar Tree, and it was like Dina said, if people get that and they see it's from the Dollar Tree, I'd be like, what the hell?
Well, you got to remember too, not everything has a tag on it that is marked Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Because I'm being honest with you, I have bought stuff from the Dollar Tree, like these little portable desk fans that you can just plug into your computer, or it's one you can
Right.
plug it on a
I
plug.
can see stuff more like that. I just can't see like the everyday stuff from the Dollar Tree. You know what I mean?
Right, and it is more of a seasonal thing. But for me, like with the fans or the puzzles, I purchased what they had there and took it in with me. Because if I'm going to list something, I don't care where I'm at. Again, I bring them home, I list them, and they're done and they're in my inventory. For me, I
Right.
don't want to take that chance and say, okay, what if I go back and they don't have any more? You just
Exactly.
never know. But again, whatever he's doing, his business plan with that must be working because he's been doing that for a while now.
It
So
must
I'll get
be.
her to come back in to answer that for you.
Yeah, I just never even thought of getting stuff
All right,
from the
he's back.
Dollar
So
Tree.
okay, hold on, hold that thought. All right, there's Jeff. Now, before we go any further, I had two questions when you got off the. I know you was talking about having that delivery. One of the questions that was asked, and I went on ahead and took a screenshot because I don't want to get too far behind in the chat and don't want to lose the spot. One question was, do you get the people that do you have people that gripe about it because they come from the Dollar Tree?
I mean, they don't know. I mean, I don't put like a Dollar Tree like receipt in there. They have no idea. You have to understand when you like I ship all over the United States. I ship to Mexico, Canada. I ship all across, I do global shipping program. So just because something is $1 in your neck of the woods in Tampa doesn't mean it's going to be $1 in Alabama or California or New York. Each city, each region has products that are only specific to that particular region. So,
right.
like for example, I pulled one up to try to show you. Okay, this is my actual eBay listing. So if you see right here, this is a wooden block. I got this at the Dollar Tree. So all I did is go home. Yeah, you see it? It's a little wooden Jenga block. I got this at the Dollar Tree. Paid $1 for it. Right now, you can see right here at the top of the screen. This is my actual eBay listing. See at the top? It says I have it listed for $10.99 plus shipping. I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. I have 4 of them that I sold already. And then it says that I have 5 available, 1 watcher, and I've had 1,000 views. So far, I've already sold 4 of them already. That's just one example. So here's another example.
While you're talking about, let me ask you this real quick. So if you have 5 listed, does that mean that you don't have those in your actual physical possession and it's just something you go to the store and pick up if you run out?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I wait until after the item sells, and then after the item sells, then I'll go across the street and grab it and then ship it out. Like here's another item, for example, right? You see this? This is a nightlight, little Frozen 2 nightlight. You pick this up at the Dollar Tree for $1. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about little small items that are small, lightweight items that you can fit in a 6x9 padded envelope and resell them over and over again. Like that's Frozen, for example. Here's one right here. This is this one here is another illustration. This one here is the Avengers. You know, the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk. So just something like that. I try to find items that are name brand items that are small that will fit in a 6x9 padded envelope that weigh less than a pound. And then once I list it on eBay, the whole idea is for that item to resell over and over and over and over again. That's the whole general concept of the idea. I mean, anybody can do it.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Jeff,
sure.
This is BMO. She had asked another question, but you had dropped off at the time. She's going to ask you the question. That way she can cover it for you. Go ahead.
Sure, I can't see you, but go ahead.
If you you're saying you use like the Dollar Tree as your warehouse.
Yeah.
At my Dollar Tree, I can never go in there and get the same thing twice. So, I mean, don't you have to cancel a lot of sales because?
No, at my store they all carry the same products. Like for example, this is a Mickey Mouse and Daphne. As you can see, this is like a little Mickey Mouse character, like a little nightlight character. Like I said, I'm trying to find small items. And so I don't know, maybe you're at the Big Lots, maybe you're at a different location. But this is just an illustration as an example. Here's Minnie Mouse and it's Daisy, right? And this is just like a little nightlight character. And I picked it up at the Dollar Tree for $1. And you're just trying to make your life easy and simple as possible. You're just looking for an item that you can grab, pick up for $1, and then take a photo front and back. And whenever the item sells, you just resell it over and over and over again.
And what is that item you're showing right now? What is that item?
This is a nightlight. This is a nightlight. See the little plug at the bottom? It's just a little nightlight that you plug into the wall. Yeah, a little nightlight for kids. And it plugs into the wall. And then whenever the item sells, you just ship it out. It takes, a few seconds.
Yeah, I understand that, but doesn't your Dollar Tree like turn out? Because like I said, the Dollar Trees around here where I'm at, they only have that product for a certain amount of time and then it's gone. So that's why I said I can't go in.
Maybe you went to the Dollar. Maybe you went to the Dollar General. The Dollar Trees that I go to here in Tampa, they all have the same products over and over again. So I'm just showed you a couple of examples. Like I said, I showed you a couple of like little night lights. I showed you some little wooden blocks. I mean, they have different stuff there. If you just go in and look around, you'll see what I'm talking about. They'll have like those little drink mix packs, the little powder drinks. You could just get small, lightweight items like that and ship them out. But I mean, it's not even a big. Probably, I mean, I only have 200 of those items listed, so I don't sell a ton of them. And you're only talking about buying an item for $1 and selling it for $10, $15. I mean, your profit margin isn't huge by the time you take out, your cost of goods and you take out eBay fees. It's not even a huge amount of profit. Most of the money that I make is on my main eBay store where I have like 6,300 items listed. That's where I make the bulk of my sales. And so, I mean, like I said, it's just something you could do on the side. It's just retail arbitrage. All you're doing is finding items for a low price and reselling them for a higher price. I don't know because I don't know what city you live in. So I that's just something you could do at the Dollar Tree. You could go there, find an item for $1, and then you could turn around and resell it for $10, $15, $20. But the idea is you're just looking for a replenishable item that you can resell over and over and over again. That's
I'm going to cover this real quick, Jeff and Bemos. Like Janet says, you basically pick up the items that are regular stock. So you must go into the store. What I'm getting out of this, if you go and visit your local store, your local Dollar Tree, and you see what is regular stock, that's what you're doing. Basically, what is completely regular stock. Nothing that it may be a one-time thing or a special event or whatever they have out there. Correct?
Yeah, they'll change stuff that's seasonal. But I mean, if you go in there and you walk around and you look, they'll have items that they'll have out for St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day. You're looking for items that they keep stock. If you go in there every week, like I go in there maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks and look around for items that I can buy to resell. And maybe I might spend $10 while I'm in there, $5, $10, and I'm looking for replenishable items, right? So that's it. And you're just looking for items that they keep on stock. And you're buying an item that you can pay for $1, and then you're looking for items that you can resell for, $10, $15, $20. That's it. And it's not like huge profit margins. The whole idea is to have it set up on autopilot. So instead of you going home and trying to list 50 items a day or trying to list, 50 items a day times 7 days a week, and you're listing 300 items that week, what if you just went home and you listed 10 items and those 10 items resold over and over and over again? So I'm sure if you look around at your stores, you could go to the Dollar General. I mean, people tell me they have a dollar section there. You could go to the Dollar Tree. You could just go there and look at it and check it out. It's not even huge profit margin. So you want to look for items. Like I said, I try to look for small, lightweight items that weigh less than a pound. I can drop it and fit it in a 6x9 envelope. They're brand new in the plastic, and they're items that you can just restock and resell over and over and over again. It's not even, like I said, it's not even a huge amount of money, but if you want to go try it out, you can spend $5-10 and try it out. If it's for you, that's great. If you don't like it, if it doesn't work out for you, try something else. There's so many different strategies.
I see a lot of, I'm going to say this because I see a lot of comments in the chat that are about the same. That they're like for Nikki says that she's confused about it because what if they're out of the stock at that store? In your case, Jeff, you have what? How many in your area?
I have 5 of them within 10 minutes of my house, but I have one of them that's literally right across the street from my house, and they're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I mean, it's not. I mean, it's to me, it's just extra income because it's a no-brainer. Because I'm going to go ship out packages anyways, right? It takes 2 minutes for me to go across the street, go to the Dollar Tree. After the item sells, I go grab it off the shelf. I go pay my $1 for it after it's already been paid for, drop it in a little 6x9 envelope, and then ship it out. I mean, it literally will take 2 minutes out of your day. But the whole idea is that you want to build up. Remember earlier I was talking about how you want to have a Sears catalog? The whole idea is you want to build up an inventory. So if you do that, if you go by the Dollar Tree once a week and you spend $10 or $15 there, let's say you spent $10, okay? And you bought 10 different SKUs, okay? Now, if you did that every week, right, at the end of the year, you would have, what, over 500 items in your catalog, right? So that's what I'm talking about. The whole idea is you want to build it up. I mean, I've sold body wash, I've sold shampoo. I mean, if you know, I even told my subscribers on my YouTube channel, like, hey, I bought this item here at the Dollar Tree for $1. It sold for $14.99 plus $5 shipping. This is what sold. This is what I paid for it. But the idea is the item resells over and over and over again. Just like Walmart or Target, they have items they put on their shelves and they resell over and over again, like a bar of soap. You know, what are items that they regularly resell over and over again? You just got to start thinking outside of the box. But like I said, that's only a very small portion of what I do. The majority of the sales that I have, or that I make, the bulk majority of my sales is on my main eBay store, where I have 6,300 items that are active listed items of items that I actually have in stock in hand. And you know, most of those is where I make the most of my sales. What were you going to say, Johnny?
There's another question. But what if, and you know how some places like the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Store, and I've seen them before, where they automatically have their price on the actual package where you cannot rip it off. The question is, with the companies with their package, people know that it's coming from. What do you still buy them as far as with those, or do you ever have that problem?
Like the stuff, I mean, there's nothing on it that says Dollar Tree. There's nothing on it that says $1. There's nothing on it that says it's from the Dollar Tree. There's no way that the only way they would know is if they actually had a receipt from the Dollar Tree or you shipped it out in a Dollar Tree bag. They don't know. They don't know.
What about at the bottom of the box where it says made from or for? Don't they have some packages that are marked with that on the bottom?
I don't have any products with me in my hand right now. But as far as I know, none of them sell. Wendy is saying Dollar Tree sells books, DVDs, other items, no different than buying from a wholesale, paying 30 cents for an item at the bins. So yeah, I mean, I buy DVDs there, Blu-rays. They have other items there. If you just spend 10 minutes out of your day and you walk up and down the aisle and look, you'll see all different type of items that you could resell. You just have to think outside the box. I like shipping out items that are brand new still in the package. That's what I like to sell because I don't have very low returns. The customer's not messaging me saying that the item was damaged or the disc was scratched up or any of that. That's the majority of the items that I like to sell. So it's the same thing. It's just retail arbitrage. It's just like when you go to Walmart and you go down the clearance section at Walmart and you see, you know, a duffel bag or you see a sleeping bag that was $19.99 and now it's $2.99, $3.99. All you're doing is you're just buying it at a low price and reselling it at a higher price. It's the same concept.
Now Pammy has a question though. She says, if you're shipping those on the night lights in a padded envelope, wouldn't you be afraid they would be delivered and arrive broken?
No, the envelope is a padded envelope, and it's got a cardboard back on it, and it's sealed with plastic around it. So I haven't had that problem yet.
Yeah, he's saying that the Dollar Tree does not exist everywhere. And I noticed here, where like when I lived in Louisiana, there was every corner had the Dollar Tree, the dollar store, and then the Dollar Tree started coming up. But when I moved here, it's more Dollar Tree than Dollar Store and Dollar General. So in other words, I'm going to try to clarify this because everybody they're not that they're jumping on you because of what you're doing. The main thing is you do have 2 separate accounts where you do leave, from what I'm understanding, all the Dollar Tree stuff you have in a separate account.
Right.
And you only use it as, and everybody's trying to understand the concept of letting it be stored in the store, and you just go by, pick it up, and ship it. But the thing is, you're not physically keeping that in your inventory for overhead cost. And again, everybody's having the concern of if they're out. So have you ever had that problem where you had to refund a customer because they were out of a product that you started to sell?
I haven't, since I've been doing this about 6 months, I haven't had that problem not once. Like I said, I mean, most of the items, like I said, that I'm selling, they're not like high dollar, high ticket items. They're very rarely are they sold out. And like I said, there's probably $5 trees within 10 minutes of my house. If you wanted to go there and you wanted to buy 5 night lights or 5, blocks that may help you sleep better at night, to have them in stock in hand, fine. I try to do it this way because, listen, when you're reselling, there's 3 things that you're going to run out of. You're going to run out of time, you're going to run out of capital, and you're going to run out of space. Those are the 3 things you're going to have. So the whole idea is if I have items that are stored off site, so that's not taking up space in my home, and I still have it listed on my eBay store, the item can still sell. I mean, if it helps you sleep better at night and you want to spend $5 on that item, go ahead. But you don't know you're going to sell all 5 of those items. That's why I try to mitigate my risk by only having to buy one of them up front.
Hey,
I take a picture front and back, list it.
You.
What, Bemos?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
You having a fight with your cat again?
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly has a point that she says most people don't even know that Green Barrel is a Dollar Tree brand, but I sell a lot of Dollar Tree items on Amazon. Cap Guy says Bemos in Oklahoma too. DVDs and Blu-rays change a lot. You are right. And again, remembering that what he does, what Jeff is doing, works for him. Doesn't necessarily mean it won't work for us. Again, he's just reminding that everybody who comes on that they're doing, if it works for them, it's just one of those things that he's saying that maybe you might want to try it. Maybe not to say that it would work for you, but again, like he does, he goes and checks and see what's regular items. And that's what he does to where he just goes and purchases it when it's sold. And that's why he doesn't have any cancellations or refunds.
Yeah, like for example, like right here, you see this? This is another item I picked up at the Dollar Tree. You see this? This is just a little dominoes game for
Is that
kids.
one of those travel size ones?
Yeah, it's a little dominoes game. So all I did is I took a picture front, took a picture back of the item, then I took a front picture of it, then I just went home and listed it. That's it.
Right.
And then whenever it sells, you just grab it off the shelf, you put it in a little padded envelope, you put a shipping label on it, and ship it out. I mean, it's you don't have to overthink it or overcomplicate it. The whole idea is it's not supposed to take more than 2 minutes out of your day. That's the whole thing. It's supposed to be set up on autopilot. It's not rocket science. You walk in, you grab an item, and then, like I said, you'll see a little barcode right here. You can scan the barcode or type it in, and it'll tell you how many of them sold in the past 90 days. And it'll tell you how many of them are listed, and you'll see how many people, if the market's saturated, you'll be able to see how many of them's listed, how many of them sold. It tells you all that on the platform. But I'm just using this as an illustration. Like, I thought you guys wanted to talk more about how you can work as a medical courier or how I started my YouTube channel. Like, this is only very, very, very small one thing that I do out of 10 things that I do, guys. But I'm just using this as an illustration so it gets you to think outside of the box, because this is something quick, simple, easy. It would literally take 2 minutes or 5 minutes out of your day, because if you're going to go and ship out packages every day anyways, it would literally take 2 minutes out of your day. You would just get a notification to say, boop, I sold this domino set. Let me walk across the street, grab one off the shelf, put it in my little envelope, put it in my little 6x9 padded envelope, put a shipping label on it, ship it out. The whole thing should not take more than 2 minutes out of your day, because you're going to be shipping out packages anyways.
There's another question about that. Do you actually go buy the 10 items, and then when you sell out on those, go back and get more, or just add quantity instead of going?
Yeah, I'll go buy one SKU of each item that I want to sell. So if I go in there and I spend $10, I'll buy 10 separate SKUs, 10 separate items. So I'll buy them once, so that way I can go home and take a good looking photo, because I want to have a nice clean white background, and I'll take a photo front and back of the item, so I have one of them on stock on hand. And after that one sells out, then I go to the Dollar Tree and buy one every time it sells from that point on. I don't just go in there and then take pull stuff off the shelf and list it on my eBay store. I actually purchase the item first. And then once I go home and list it and I have a nice white background on it, then I can go ahead and list it.
Kev guy says that they put their own barcode over the original barcode on Blu-rays. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, it is pretty smart. Again, he's not having to worry about overhead. And if he knows he can get it, again, not all of us have that many Dollar Trees around us. But just remember that what he's doing, again, he's got a main account. This is a second account. And he also does a carrier job. So he doesn't have this as a major, but he's just doing this on the side to see how it works for him. And it may work for you and it may not, but you just never know. And he's just kind of telling us how he does it. And I know myself, my personal opinion, I don't have a problem doing it because I have sold items from the Dollar Tree before. But for me, I don't mind buying a few, bringing them home. And if I see it selling really quick and I have to say I go back and buy something else and I see they're there, I'll pick up a few more. But I don't want to overstock my inventory with something that may just sit there. You can also make bundles with the Dollar Tree items, Easter basket stockings, stuffings, and things like that. Yeah, you just never know what's going to work.
I can't hear you, Johnny. I'll be right back.
Okay. Patterns and colors. There's never. Yeah, every store and every place you go to is always going to be different. Yeah. Everyone has their niche, and that's just the same thing we would say. You know, he does his that works for him. He does have a main account, and he has the second account that he does that with. For me, I would be afraid that if I did something like that for me, if I go and try to get it and I sell it and I go buy it and it's not there, then that's where you get in trouble. Playing with fire listing items that you don't know exactly. And that's why I wouldn't do it. I personally would purchase it and have it in my own stock. If your area or if our area were 20% trees and 10 mile radius, then yeah. Again, it depends on what you have available in your area. Keywords, ladies and gentlemen. He said that he had been doing this for 6 months from the Dollar Tree. A lot of people. Okay. One of the comments was that the keywords, ladies and gentlemen, is that he said he has been doing this for 6 months now from the Dollar Tree. I think a lot of people are thinking years of the same inventory and the same product. And that's true. What he's doing is he's not having to stock it at his house or inventory it. So I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it does the Dollar Tree for inventory in hand. And again, that's what works for some people. And again, that works for him, for Jeff. Yeah. All right. Does anyone have the same problem as I do? If I buy so much of what I can't keep up with, I have shelves in my garage on items that I bought the same, still needs listing. I don't try to buy too many other things. And again, I do have an overstock of stuff that I'm still listing. But for me, I'm going to be honest, I don't plan on going to garage sales right now, only due to the fact that I'm trying to get through my inventory and I'm separating it between what platforms I'll sell it on or on the antique booth. So yeah, I kind of put a stop on some of the stuff. I have been selling from the Dollar Tree for at least the last 5 years. My inventory has changed. There's a lot of it is seasonal stuff from Amazon. Kelly, do you do FBA or merch fulfilled? You don't sell on Amazon, do you, Jeff?
No.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a shift on this. What is this carrier job you do? What is that about?
It's if you've never done it before, the main thing is it's pretty much like you're a taxi driver for boxes. That's the easiest way that I can explain it to you. So if you've never seen it, you never heard of it before, working as a courier, you're basically a taxi driver for boxes. That's pretty much it. And so basically basically it just works the same way as a taxi driver would. So let's say you needed a ride from the airport to your hotel, then you would call the taxi company. The taxi company would contact the dispatcher, and then the dispatcher would send a taxi driver to come pick you up at the airport and drive you to the hotel. It's the same concept with the courier company. They get a call and they say, hey, we have this box sitting here for whatever city it's in. And we say, hey, we have this box. It's sitting here in, let's say it's sitting here in Melbourne and it needs to get to Gainesville. Okay. They're going to pay you $175 to pick this box up in Melbourne and take it to Gainesville. That's it. And basically, I'll show you. There's a little, I don't know if I can show you the name of the company, but anyways, you have a little delivery ticket here. And I just write on my little delivery ticket and I write on where the pickup location was, where the delivery location was. I write down the little job number, the little order of where it's picking up, where it's delivered to. Then I get the signature from the customer saying they received the package. Then I go on about my day. I can show you. This is what I made this past week. This was my check was $1,862.
And that's just from the carrier job?
Yeah, that's for 7 days. $1,862. So I mean, if you add that up, this is just like a regular check. If you add that up, that would be about $96,000 a year just from doing deliveries for the courier company. And like I said, it's an app on your phone. You get to make your own hours. You drive your own vehicle, and whenever you want to work, you text the dispatcher and let them know whenever you want to work, you work, and whenever you want to be off, you can be off. Pretty simple. Right. But the thing is, it's all on demand. So if you start turning jobs down or you're not available for work, they're not going to keep calling you and dispatching work assignments to you. They'll skip over you and give it to another driver that wants to work. So it's very simple. It's very easy. Like I said, I mean, just between last night and today, I've already made $650 in the past 24 hours. That just driving for the courier company, $650. So
now, is it the same courier company that you're doing? You're just delivering different things that needs to be delivered? Yeah, they tell you, they give you a pickup location. They say pick up box from point A, deliver it to point B. They give you a time it needs to be delivered, and the time it needs to be picked up, and the time it needs to be delivered. So all you're doing is driving from point A to point B, and you're delivering the boxes. So I like dealing with boxes. It's not like an Uber driver or Lyft driver where you have some passenger that can throw up in your vehicle or damage it. You don't have to deal with drunk passengers or any of that stuff. I showed you guys earlier. It's just a box. That's all it is a box. And each box has a job number on it, and it has like a little work order and a ticket. And and the box has to be picked up from point A and delivered to point B. So I mean, I've had two runs that I've had that were Melbourne to Gainesville runs. Both of them paid $175. I had two Orlando runs last night. Both of those paid $100. I had one Gainesville run that paid $100. So I mean, you just start doing the math. It adds up. Let's see, 175 times 2, that's $350, plus another $300. I'm already up $650. Just last night, I'm up $650. So it's very simple, very easy. Anybody can do it. I mean, if you have a cell phone and you have, you have a car and you have a cell phone and you have a driver's license, you can do it. You just, whenever you want to work, you can work, and whenever you want to be off, you can be off. So if you need to have 2 weeks of vacation to go take your family on a vacation, or whatever, you had a death in the family, whatever it is, you need to take 2, 3, 4, 5 days off from work, you can be off if you don't want to work. It's very simple. It's very easy, but I only get paid on commission. So the way that the job is structured is every time I get a delivery completed, I get paid 60% and the courier company gets 40%. So I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but every time I get a delivery completed, whatever the courier company charges the company to have it delivered, that's the way it's split. It's a partnership. So the courier company, they're the ones that handle all the paperwork and all the contracts. They get a 40% cut, you get a 60% cut. So most of my runs that I do long distance out of town runs, like at least 100-mile runs. And so it doesn't sound like a lot. They may call you and say, hey, we want you to go do this Orlando run. And maybe that Orlando run may only be $100. Okay. Then while you're on that Orlando run, they'll say, now a Melbourne run come in. That's on the East Coast of Florida. That pays $165. Then maybe another run comes in from Melbourne to Gainesville, and that pays $175. Then you get up to Gainesville, and then they have a Gainesville run coming back to Tampa. That may pay another $100. So you can easily make $300, $400, $500 a night. I just made $650 last night working for the courier company. Like I said, that's probably my main source of income is working for the courier company. And then, like I said, I have my 2 eBay stores that I do as well, plus my YouTube channel. So between those things, I stay pretty busy. But if you've never done it before, like I said, that's the best way that I can compare it is you're essentially a taxi driver for boxes. And you drive your own vehicle, and you're a 1099 contractor, which means you're an independent contractor, and you have to pay your own gas, and you have to pay your own toll booths and stuff like that. But it's pretty simple, though. You get to be your own boss. You get to make up your own work schedule, and you work whenever you want to work, and you're off whenever you want to be off. So Patrick just said It's amazing. He said, "Oh my God, a package had just been dropped off. The exact same thing, and I literally had to pause so I can go get it to the front." Um, um,
Yeah.
Stephanie says it sounds like a cool job. Being able to pick your hours is the best. Nakoma says I used to own a courier company in the '90s. Super easy, good money. How far you got to go out of your area or where you're going? How far you got to go?
It just depends. They'll call you with the job offer and let you know a work assignment comes in, and then you have the option to either accept it or decline the offer. So I'm in Tampa. They may give me a job to Fort Myers. It may be to Orlando. It may be to Melbourne. It may be to Jacksonville. It may be to Gainesville, where I'm at now. It could be anywhere in the state. And then maybe they'll say,
Okay.
hey, we have this Gainesville run that just came in. We'll pay you $200 to drive to Gainesville. Sometimes they'll call you up and say, hey, we just had this delivery come in. We need you to pick up this box in Tampa and drive it to Atlanta. But, Atlanta is 6-hour drive there, 6-hour drive back. So, but you're in the driver's seat and you just determine your own hours. I usually work at nights because there's no traffic. I know where all the toll booths are. I conduct most of the toll booths. I don't have to deal with rush hour traffic. I don't have to, deal with much of the police. There's not many car wrecks at 2 a.m. So I'm a night person. I'm a night owl anyways. So you have to pay your own gas. You're a 1099 contractor. You have to pay your own fuel cost. But
Now let me
you
ask you
have to
this
think
then.
like,
I know you said you were your own, and to me that's making me think, okay, you're in your own business. So are you able to, at the end of the year when you do your taxes, be able to do your miles and everything you can do for you at
yeah,
the end of the year?
yeah, you get to write. There's so much stuff that you get to write off. You can write off, your cell phone bill. If you have a little office at home, you can write that off. If you have expenses, if you have to, let's say I have to get new brakes, I have to buy a new set of tires. All that stuff you can write off. They get so many cents per mile you can write off as expenses. You can keep your gas receipts. There's a lot of things that you do, but the whole thing is, like I said, you're basically a 1099 independent contractor, and you work whenever you want to work, and you're off whenever you want to be off. But the
Right,
only catch is that you only get paid on commission. So if you don't work, you don't get paid. So it's
right,
pretty simple. There's no vacation days, there's no sick days, there's no holidays, there's no personal days. It's just work days. So if you're willing to hustle and you're willing to work, they have work for you to do. I'd say between yesterday and today, within the last 2 days, I've made over $1,000 with the courier company in the past 2 days.
all right. So
And
let me
I
ask you
haven't,
this:
yeah,
with the how would it be possible for someone to say they're interested in doing what you're doing with this delivery? How would
it's
somebody
very
go about finding how to be part of it and how to join?
It's very
Do
easy. Listen, each courier company is different. There are some courier companies that pay by the hour. There's some that pay a flat rate because they have routes and they need you to cover a route. There's some of them that pay you by the mile. And then, like I said, each courier company is different. It depends on what city or what town you live in. But I got hired on Craigslist. So what I would do is I would go on Craigslist, go to the job section, type in courier, type in medical courier. That's all you have to do. And then, you'll probably see 10, 15 different job openings in your city that's hiring right now.
Oh
And
wow!
you probably just call them up and say, hey, I saw this ad on Craigslist. You guys are hiring couriers, and they're just going to ask you some basic questions, and they'll probably do a background check. They'll probably make sure that you don't have any DUIs or any felonies or anything like
Right,
that. And then once it's very simple. You apply, you drive, and then you get paid. It's very simple and it's very easy. And the reason why I like working for the courier company is because it's very similar to reselling. You're going to get out of it what you put into it, and they let
right.
you make your own hours. So if you're somebody that have kids, maybe you drop your kids off at school in the morning, and you can log in and work for the courier company during the day. And then whenever you need to be off at 3 o'clock, you can log off and pick your kids up from school. Simple as that. You can work. They work around your schedule whenever you want to work, right?
Yep.
But I make 95% of my money working nights and weekends and holidays when nobody else wants to work, right? So when everybody else is sitting back getting a suntan and they're all chilling, say, "Oh, this is Memorial Weekend. I don't want to work." All the work gets funneled to me because I'm
Right.
the only driver that's the one's willing to work. So if you get out
Exactly.
there and hustle, I've had nights where I've made $800-900 in a night, $1,000 a
Wow.
night, just because they have the same amount of work they have to get covered. They have less drivers to cover all these jobs. So that's the first place I would start is go online on Craigslist, in your town. I would just Google Craigslist in whatever city you live in. I live in Tampa, so I would type in Craigslist courier in Tampa. I would type in Tampa Craigslist and then go to the job section, then type in the word courier, and then it'll show you all the jobs that are open. And if you can't find any on Craigslist, the next thing I would do is try Google. You just Google whatever city you're in. I'm in Tampa. I'll Google the word Tampa, and then I'll Google courier companies. And there's probably, I don't know, 15, 20 different companies that are in my area of Tampa that are courier companies that are functional. And they're always hiring because for whatever reason, they have a high turnover rate. They can't keep, you know how it is. Everywhere you look, they can't keep people that want to work. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's McDonald's or Walmart or KFC. They just can't keep people that want to work. So there, for whatever reason, there's a high turnover rate. But that's what I would do. I would go on Google, type in whatever city you live in. So if you live in, New Jersey, if you live in Louisville, Kentucky, type in Louisville, Kentucky courier companies. They'll probably have 10, 15, 20 different companies that will pop up. Then start calling them on the phone and say, hey, I'm interested in applying to work as a 1099 independent contractor, as a courier. Are you guys hiring right now? And they're either going to say yes or no. And they'll say, hey, the manager's out of town. Call back again tomorrow. And I just keep calling them and bugging them until somebody gives you a job, if that's something you want to do. And the reason why I was telling you guys that I love this job is you could do it part-time or you could do it full-time. If you have a full-time job and you just want to work on the weekends and you just want to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday and do it part-time, you can do that. There's my brother, for example, he works as a courier in Louisville, Kentucky. He only works 4 nights a week and he makes $1,500 a week. He only works 4 nights a week. He only works 4 days. That's it. He works Monday through Thursday. And then usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he takes time off to spend time with his son and his family. And so, I mean, and he only works 4 nights a week. So if you're willing to put the work in and you're willing to hustle, there's opportunities everywhere. I'm just telling you what works for me and what I do. And like I said, if I have something else going on, if I have family coming in from out of town, let's say my sister flew into the airport, I can just log in on the app and say, okay, I need to be logged off at 3:00. Boom, I can be there to pick her up at the airport.
Right. Nana says that you're awesome and that you're always positive and keeping motivating every day. This kind of the thing that you're doing reminds me of what I do. Some people don't know that I do this on the side. I also do the mystery shopping, where when I was in New Orleans, there was a lot of restaurants and movie theaters and things like that. Whereas up here, now it's like filling cards at a post office or within a 25-mile radius. And the thing about it, I like about it for me, is it's extra cash, and you just have to do what you have to do your reports, and you get paid. And you get paid for mileage. So for me, that is a wonderful side hustling job as well that people don't like to do or don't want to do. And then you get to pick up all the extra jobs. So my next question for you is, with you doing the courier service that you're doing, how do you do your handling time as far as your shipping? How often long do you keep your handling time on your eBay store?
Well, like I said, I'm a night person. I do 1-day shipping because I'm trying to get the they used to have what was it? It used to be eBay Power Seller, and now what is it called? It's called
just the top rated seller.
Top rated seller. So you can't have top rated seller unless you do 1-day handling. Exactly. So I'm a night owl. So what I do is all the items that sell, I go ahead and try to pull all my items at night, the night before. So let's say it's midnight or 1:00 in the morning or whatever. I'll go in and start pulling all my items. And then while I'm in the shed pulling items, if I get a phone call or a text message from the dispatcher, he may say, hey, we just had this Gainesville run that just came in. Do you want it? Yeah. So it may take 4 hours to do the job. They give you a 6-hour window to do it. So once you accept that job, you got 6 hours to complete your delivery. So during that 6 hours, if I want to stop and get a soda, get something to drink, go to the bathroom, if I need to take a shower, whatever, I go ahead and pull all my orders the night before. So everything's already boxed up and ready to go. So when I wake up the next day, all my items are already boxed up and ready to go to be shipped out the next day.
That is awesome. It's going to be time consuming, but you have to have a plan to do it. That's what's good about it. How long have you been doing that courier job?
Couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Wow, that is awesome.
I wanted to say hey to Nana Tink. We appreciate you, Nana Tink. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us today. We appreciate you.
All right, so I see my numbers are going down, and so what I want you to do is go through and give everybody maybe the last final thoughts or what is your recommendations for your thoughts on either doing the courier job or eBay or however you're doing what you do every day. Give somebody a couple of tips. Those that are in the chat of what your final thoughts would be on tips for either your carrier or your eBay store.
Well, whatever it is you guys want to do, just get started and go out and do it. Whatever it is. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just go ahead and do it. If you want to work as a courier, just go ahead and start it out and try it out and do it, but just figure out what it is that you want to do and stick with it. You need to have goals in life, whatever it is that you want to do. So give yourself a goal and say, hey, this is what I want to do. And then start making progress every week to reach that goal. And just every week, make a little bit of progress every week. You don't have to do all of it overnight. Just do just a little bit of it, so every week, just do a little bit of progress, whatever it is that you want to do. So if you want to be, you want to start a YouTube channel, great. Just stick with it. Just be consistent, stick with it, and don't give up. Just keep doing it. Keep hustling, keep working. If you want to do eBay, my biggest thing would just be to reinvest your capital back into your business so it will grow. If you want to do YouTube, you're going to have to be consistent, and you're going to have to put work in it. And you're going to have to interact with the community. You're going to have to, jump in chats. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. There are things that you're not used to doing that you're going to have to do. And you're going to have to make some kind of compromise and sacrifice to get what it is that you want, right? So if I show you guys an $1,800 check, that means there was some kind of compromise that I had to give up to get what I wanted, right? So you're just going to have to figure it out what it is that you're willing to sacrifice to get from what you want to get from where you are right now to get to where you want to be. That would be it. That would be my last thoughts that I would have for you guys. And I appreciate you having me on the show today.
Well, thank you for coming on. And I know you've been pretty busy, and I know you have a lot of interviews you do on your channel. So also, I'm going to go ahead and put his link back in the chat again in case if you do not have your subscription to Jeff. It's the eBay Addict. He's been doing this for quite a while now, and he does a different guest every day. There's his link if you want to make sure you subscribe to him. Go ahead and check it out. You will not be disappointed because his guests are the same as in the morning. It's just it's in the afternoon, and he has different guests on as well. So with that being said, again, thank each and every one of y'all for coming out, and thank you so much, Jeff, for your time to spend with us this morning. It was a blessing and a great thing that you could be able to come on this morning with your busy schedule.
Check your subscriber. Thanks for inviting me, Johnny. I appreciate you.
I really enjoyed it, and thank you so much. And again, like I say before, in each and every show, if anybody wants to come on after the show, the link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to come in and have a chit chat after the show's over with. After the show ends, we can stay for a little while. That's no problem. There's the link. Also, don't forget to make sure you subscribe. Do me a favor, make sure you got the thumbs up, and also share the video out. And don't forget to drop your links in the chat before you leave, because come 12 o'clock, I believe it's Ella today that's on the Philly Flippers channel at 12 o'clock. Also, don't forget to check and see if you're still subscribed to Passports and Pizza Pies. She's trying to get to 700. And then again, make sure you check and you subscribe to the channel. If it's red, just turn it gray. And so with that being said, before I end each and every show, as I always say, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day and evening, and we'll see you in the next chat. Till then, later.
Bye, guys.